quite an interesting week, a week where we've seen a lot of things. It was Lovers Weekend on yesterday, of course, and I could see the town painted red. Dr. C, violets are blue.
Roses are red, violets are blue, baby, because I still believe in true love.
I don't know whether
I
you
love
believe
you. I believe in true love. That's why I'm still wearing a shade of pink.
Millie, do you believe in love?
I am a sucker for love.
Huh? Manu?
Yeah. Love is a scam, man.
It's a big thing, eh?
Yeah.
It's a scam.
It's a scam.
It's a who hurt you?
No one, but it's a scam. You can only love yourself.
Love you.
You can only love yourself. I mean, you can only love yourself. Self-love comes first. So any other thing is just second hand.
We are not talking about you loving yourself,
No,
loving other
whatever
partner.
love you're
Well,
talking
can
you-
about.
yes.
Whatever love
Anyway,
you're talking about.
Anyway, let's introduce ourselves. It is welcome to the show. Of course, we'll unpack for you very interesting conversations, and you can see it started with fire and some things about love. I'm your host, CEO Charles Otieno, and my beautiful ladies on my left.
Dr. C here. Nothing humble about me today. As you can see, I look like a Benin sculpture.
Benin.
And I will try to give my humble opinions. No, don't I look like a Benin sculpture?
Yeah. the
But
only
you know that Britain has returned. There is Oxford University has returned all the Benin sculptures back.
we should return Ju and Ja, and also from Kenya to them. Juja.
Juju.
Juja.
Juja.
It's from where?
Benin sculptures, Ju and Ja.
So where is the Jew and Ja? Where is Jew? Niko kwa Juju.
The name Juja comes from two sculptures from Benin.
Okay.
The person who settled, the white man who settled in Macmillan, it's called Macmillan Library, the gentleman, he was from America. He traveled to West Africa, went to Benin and got two sculptures. One of them was Ju and the other one was Ja. When he came to Nairobi, he started to settle his farm, and he called it Juja Farm from two sculptures, and the name Juja came from it.
And so where are those sculptures?
There is somewhere in Juja. Juja is not a name, it's two sculptures from Benin.
Okay.
I've learned something today.
Even viewers have learned something.
Yeah.
You always have nice things,
Yeah?
educative things.
True. And to Milon here, I create a safe space for you online, and I say it as it is. Yeah.
Manuel Ntoyai here, journalist, gossip, everything nice, lifestyle, the good life.
And
Good
everything in
vibes.
between.
Everything in between.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this week or two, actually 1 month, it's almost a month now, when Epstein files have rocked the whole world. And the saddest thing is that it's about power, it's about money, it's about nudity, it's about sex, it's about scandals. And it has touched each and every fiber of the world political and economic basis, especially in Kenya and even in the world. The royal families have not been spared. But in Kenya, I remember Epstein was actually here during the inauguration of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
He was around.
He was during it, and
You met him.
he was there.
So,
He was there at the stadium. And he actually had posed for a photo with our president and everyone else. We didn't know in 2013 that this character was doing child prostitution and all these things. But now, and actually trafficking girls along the coast and Masai Mara. What's your take?
my take is that we will actually need wine, some Samantha wine. We will need some wine, more wine.
Yes.
So you can pour the wine as I give my take.
Uh-huh.
Today we are having the red.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah. So my take is this, that the world will never be the same again. There is a world before Epstein and there is a world after Epstein. In between, there was Hitler.
Yes.
That's what actually I can say. And I think so that one of the things that have come very clear to me is that what Obama said, do not be afraid to enter some of these rooms. Yeah, do not be afraid to enter some of these rooms. At the end of the day, whether it's a billionaire or I don't know which world leader seated across you, they are not better than you. And now we are discovering how evil some of these people actually are. Yeah, really evil in the sense that sometimes we tend to overglorify people. We overglorify people, and if there's one lesson, do not be starstruck with billionaires. Do not be starstruck. Number two, we need now to start asking for accountability from some of our leaders. When you see people like Bill Gates, when you see people like the all former presidents, big leaders of corporations being involved, and you hear these stories, you know, it had made me to go to ask, what was Elsa Majimbo saying when she was talking about Naomi Campbell? She talked about some old men, some private jets. She was trying to say something, and we were not listening because so many people tried to blow this cover up. And the first lady, I think she ended up in a mental asylum. Kenyans, you saw how you dissed Elsa when she tried to say something, you know. And then, look, you're a young girl entering this room. You see a former president. You see Bill Gates over there. You see this guy who comes and says, I can take you to this top world model thing. And the next thing, oh, he's actually giving you a card you can actually go and showcase at Victoria's Secrets. When you're young, would you say no? You can't say no. Yeah. So this is the trap a lot of young women actually found themselves in there. So as somebody who actually stands for, you know, the rights of women and children, I think this is really wrong. And it pains me, yeah, that we find Mara, Lamu. This is our heritage. This is our pride that we actually are allowing. We stood there and allowed. I think we need to call for a local investigation. We look at the manifest, who approved this, who opened the door for these man-eaters, you know, to actually come in and do these kind of things. And now we need to interrogate. Did I see part of those files talking about COVID actually being just manufactured in a laboratory? We need to call for accountability now. Imagine our economy got shut up. For how many years? Almost 2 years. We did nothing. People have lost businesses because some people actually just manufactured. People like Epstein knew it. So how can we, even as a country, we now need to go back and say, how are we going to stand on a world stage? How will we even say our pride when we are actually allowing some of these private hotels need to be investigated? There's just so much, the world before and after Epstein.
CEO, it's just sad. I agree with everything that you just said. I just want to look at it globally because when you look at the people at the top, right now, it started with R. Kelly, Didi, and now Jeffrey, right? The other name is difficult for me to pronounce. So
nobody's going to come to
I am from Nyanza. I will destroy the name. So anyway.
Then say Stein.
Stein. So anyway, I feel like these things, they're happening, and when someone, the same way you said, when someone brings them up, they're being shut or they're being turned down, and no one is paying attention. So my question is, who will listen when something is being, like, even if it's one person, let's say something is happening, and I, as Auntie Melon, I say, this thing is happening, and people need to pay attention to me and investigate. Because remember, this thing is touching the most powerful people. So who is going to listen? Because we all want someone to listen. Who is to listen? Even the media is not exposing such things. So I wouldn't say much, but it's just sad that children are involved, and they are, you know, they grow up with trauma, they grow up with like hate or whatever. They enjoy that moment, whatever they are getting, the luxury life and everything. But after, when now they start looking back at how they lived, that's when they start coming out because of the trauma. And it is touching the most powerful people. So when they come out, they're old, and also they're also helpless. You understand? So for me, I would say it's a sad situation, and people need to start paying attention to little details or things that you hear out here.
I want to say something about
Yes.
that,
Yeah.
about who will listen. You know who actually blew this thing up? It was a mother in a parking lot who listened to two girls in a school. One girl called the other one a slut. And the mother was like, huh? And then she went on to say, oh, you received that money. And so she called all of them together in a school parking lot and asked them, what are you saying? And then later on, the girl opened up how they were, every weekend they would go to this place, this rich guy who was giving them money and all that. And then she kept on coming to the school and taking her friends. A mother who went to the school and demanded an investigation. This is how the investigation happened. This was in the UK, by the way. The investigation happened. The school published, it was published in the papers, and now it started to back up the stories, and the chain lot led to Epstein. So what I'm saying is this: even do not underestimate your power as a person, the power of one person. This mother listened. A mother, a plain stay-at-home mother, listened to two girls abusing each other and decided we're going to follow this.
She was lucky she got the support. You see, Elsa Majimbo never got the support when she brought that thing up.
But that's
She
why
wa-
I'm
she was
saying
threatened.
we all now need to start
Yeah.
paying attention.
Exactly.
And we should be human and listen to each other. That's how Epstein, that's how these things unraveled, and it led to Epstein.
You know, it's sad. The whole situation is sad. Whatever has been happening for our young girls. And, you know, let's not pretend that the elites have not been doing this for long. They've been doing this. This is something that they've been doing. And, you know, power buys you privacy. And that kind of privacy is the one that enabled even the likes of Epstein to be close to our president. You know, you don't go do photo ops with a head of state if you're not close to him. At the same time, you know, power has no morality. It's only interested in its own interests, you know. And the likes of Epstein, they did what they had to do at that time. Why? Because they had what we called, it's called a compromat. You know that document. They start filing these documents from the first time they start interacting with you. And once you are compromised, you'll play along. Now, what they did is that they were able to break into our system. Let's talk about how our sovereign nation was, I don't use the F word, but what they did to us was bad because they were able to come into our country, look at our systems, explore the weaknesses, note that we have young vulnerable girls in here, and we have people in power who are protecting this whole scandal happening. And you know, as they say, nothing happens in the darkness that won't come to light. At the end of the day, it did. And how it has happened, I mean, it's really amazing seeing somebody like former Prince Andrew. No, it's just Andrew Mountbatten. That's what his name is right now. And it's going to hurt a lot of people. The only problem is that the establishment, the authorities, they're still trying to cover it up. In the US recently, the other day, when the AG Pam Bondi was being grilled by the Congress, you could see her just trying to deflect the whole thing, calling another Congress that he had Trump derangement syndrome or something like that. You know, trying to cover all these things. And we know the truth of the matter is somebody somewhere is guilty. Yes.
Does it mean that when you're powerful, you lack empathy and morals?
It's not about morality. Is a very far-fetched word when you have a lot of power, because people have lost it. Traditionally, the value system gets shifted when you have too much power, too much money. You become untouchable. So you do things the way you don't want. But this one, it reflects to what happened in the 15th century, Manouatua, when the French Revolution, before it came, where people would sleep with anyone and anything. It was a free for all. Now, this is the equivalent of that scandal again. 15th century repeating itself in 20,000 and 25, 26. It started in 2019. The biggest problem with the whole setup is that there were many people who knew about this and they were fished into this system. They wanted to do with it. It showed that most powerful people are totally guys who do not want anything to do with morality. Because look, the people who have been pinched for this, you take from the UK, take from the Netherlands, the royal family.
Yeah.
All the royal families are basically touched. If you come to Africa, Kenya is a playground. Even yesterday, you saw that 86-year-old man who was arrested in Kilifi for molesting a 15-year-old girl. Why would a man live with a 15-year-old girl and he's 86? So along Kenyan coast, people have known that child prostitution has been a big problem. And the government of the day and yesterday have never tried to stop this. So Epstein was just coming to an area where they knew this is prevalent.
Yeah. It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Let's export it to Masai Mara.
Yeah.
Take photos with the government, and you can see even now the bill, what we are calling the Bill Gates mosquitoes, which are harassing us in these cities now. The ones which have been released to kill the other ones.
Yes.
And Bill Gates is claiming, no, those are not my
They are not
mosquitoes.
Oh, that's what he said about COVID. Now
Yeah.
the
So he's saying,
Epstein
but we
files.
know that all of a sudden, Kenyan government has been abetting so many things in the past. Even these mosquitoes which have been released,
Yeah.
the Kenyan government agreed,
True that.
to release them.
Yeah.
So if you're in your houses, wherever you are, every time now mosquitoes are all over.
Yeah.
But what are they leaving us with? Because remember, the malaria mosquito is the cause of sickle cell. And this one, what will it leave us with?
So that's what I'm
another
saying.
question.
People have not known
Yeah.
what will happen to them. And why did we agree that Kenya becomes the first place to test them?
Money.
Because we gave them rights similar to those ones of diplomatic immunity. They cannot be prosecuted, even if they take our little children and do whatever it is. But I want to say this. Since we've mentioned the former president, I've not been paid, whatever, nothing like that. But soon after that Epstein thing happened, that's when he signed
Yeah.
the accord, the law of, number one, he abolished. It's very difficult to adopt from Kenya. He signed a law that actually made it criminal and difficult for any child traffickers. I think so that perhaps he may not have known. Yeah? And then once he got to know what this thing is about, that's why he signed that law. That child, is a word,
Adoption.
he signed something into law that actually protects children. And I feel so that people like Epstein operate in such a dark world where, like you said, they have something on you. They just have something on you, and they will unleash it at a time when you least expect.
It's a way
You
of
know?
control.
When you dine with the devil, Dr. C.
Sometimes you don't know it's the devil. The devil comes in many things. Even in the what we make you access, I don't know
That's
which
why
you access,
if
Kenya will
you're a
be.
man of means and power,
Yeah.
there are things you don't do. For me, I learned a long time ago that I don't take photos with people I don't know. As a rule.
Yeah.
Because my good friend, Justice Elenaola, taught me that one day you can take a photo with a drug leader and you don't know.
And
Yes.
even posting, I have
Yeah.
the same rule. If you look at my profile, I don't post pictures with with people.
Yeah.
Even if I take picture with you, Dr. C.
But you know, at times you might
The
not
reason,
know.
because you don't know the person you're interacting with and whatever they are doing.
So
If
you
they want to
know,
trace that person,
once
they
they
will
start
trace you.
targeting you,
Yeah.
you know, they don't come direct. You know, they'll look at your interests. You know,
Yeah.
they'll start getting you from that point.
Yes.
And the moment you soften your belly, the knife will go up, and you won't know.
Yeah.
You won't know what hits you because you'll get used to this lifestyle. I mean, look at what they told us about Trump meeting with his current wife Melania on Epstein's jet. I mean, they were very daring. Even the males talking about the first time they had sex was on Epstein's jet.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what does it tell you? These people,
Epstein
they've been
is a
playing.
thug.
They've been planning this whole thing before they even get it. Before you know you're targeted, they already have you. Yeah.
Gosh.
It's
Anyway,
a dark world we're living in.
they say everything has a price, including love.
Hey, Dr. C, tell us about love. Tell us about love.
Okay. So I hope you all received a Samantha wine. We had very good packages. Yeah, this is the red. Take a sip before I talk about love. Let's talk about love, baby.
Let's talk about you and
And me. Let's
talk
talk
about
about
good
love.
things.
All the good things that
may
make
they
me.
be.
Yeah.
That's it.
So anyway, so a lot of people are complaining. I'm not.
You know.
Why are you not complaining?
Why are you not complaining?
We can talk about Bruno. Yeah, but not here. I'm not complaining. They're saying Valentine's Day has been converted from a day that is so virtuous, celebrating love, to a day when men receive socks and boxers, and the women are demanding for land and diamonds and expensive champagnes and demanding to be dined and wined and pampered, and it has become too commercial. Since I am already compromised, I will you guys let you shoot your shoot. Yes.
Auntie Millie?
Yes. I love love, and I don't care how expensive love is. So thank you, my love, for getting me that beautiful gift. Yeah, I'm happy I got a piece of land. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And diamonds?
No, land is enough for now.
Okay.
Next year we might get diamonds.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, you're quiet. Okay, let me
You
say
know,
something.
I'm trying to look at it from this perspective. So somebody is being thanked here on air because he bought
just shocked.
somebody land. You know, all these other 351 days of the year, it means that he's not been doing anything for you. What you are trying to see here is that, you know, Valentine's Day has been reduced to a performance at some of unseen theatrics which evolve over time. At first, it used to be the normal thing, flowers, looking at the unprivileged in the society.
We have evolved. We
No.
are not smelling flowers anymore.
At the moment now, our people, they don't have
we
flowers.
are smelling money.
Flowers are for bees, eh?
Yeah.
They want land, they want diamonds, and all those materialistic things that define the other gender. What does the man get?
Socks.
No, not even socks.
Boxer. I bought socks and boxer. What
No.
else can I get?
No,
Him.
being flaunted out there that you are a fool. You know, that my man is a simp. That my man, I can manipulate him to do this thing on a single day. Or just 24 hours. A whole
12 actually,
performance.
12.
Yeah, actually it's 12, yeah? Tomorrow, you go to town and you'll see those vendors with their teddy bears, the ones that were being sold at 100 bob, they'll be at 20 shillings. Why? No value. And nobody will be buying them. You see, what I'm saying is, let's stop the theatrics. Let's go back to the genuine love of God and fellow human beings, serving the underprivileged. And as I said the other time, let's look at the single mothers out there and try to see something good for them, not just your people around you.
There's a day for single
There are
mothers.
days for single mothers.
No,
There
no,
are
no,
days
no, no.
for
We're just
lovers.
showing love to
But remember, you
every
said you
other
don't
woman.
believe in love, so I understand you.
So, CEO, before you talk, I have a confession to make. Yeah, I have a confession to make, but first I want to make a declaration. Me and my husband have been together for the last almost 30 years.
Wow.
Blissfully.
Okay.
Wow.
So the confession is this. The day before Valentine, even on Valentine morning, you know, I think my husband had seen all these things, whatever. I don't think it registered in his mind, like every year. I don't think it registered that it was even Valentine's Day. He doesn't give a hoot about Valentine.
He's a good
He
man.
either refuses or whatever,
go
he
to-
does not give a hoot.
He will go to heaven.
And I knew it even before we met, but he values the International Women's Day. So me, my Valentine comes in that day, I'll get a nice gift.
Yeah.
I'll be taken out for dinner, me and my daughter. But in all honesty, it's been 30 years, so I'm just saying, this is just a day, you know, like the Black November.
True.
And yeah, so we need to sell. So before Valentine, I was busy out there singing, Valentine is coming. I did packaging for the Samantha wines. We sold a lot. But it's just any other day. So people shouldn't feel pressure, you know?
I agree with you 100% because one of the biggest problems we have in this society is adopting things which are westernized to us without thinking beyond. Now, one of the biggest problems, every year, this Valentine thing has been growing in stature.
Yeah.
Every year. It started with flowers.
Yes.
A day to exchange flowers and notes. And I used to tell your girlfriend I love you and a nice, quite nice candlelit
Handwritten
dinner.
notes, you know.
Good, well, good, and a bit, something, a bottle of wine, you're done.
True.
Now, it has moved to that I do not, Kenyan girls, we don't do flowers anymore.
No.
We want money bouquet.
Yes. No, they stopped.
No,
Too
they're
bad,
still doing.
yeah.
They want money bouquet. They're telling you, I don't smell money. I don't smell flowers, I smell money.
Yeah.
So now, everyone is being forced to send lots of money. And on top of that, now they want diamonds and they want land.
Yes.
Now, the question is, this man, what is he getting in return?
Yeah.
Sea socks.
What is the progeny? You know, it's only a woman who can actually extend. That's why the Jewish people, by the way, you'll only get inheritance through your mother. Your line will progress through your mother. That's a lot of...
So
A woman carries your generation.
Let me tell you, Kenyan men, the moment you'll be lied to, that you'll just get inheritance through, then you're giving flowers and all these things. Ask yourself.
No, we'll have your babies.
What babies?
That look
Your
like
generation.
you. You know, babies that look at you, like you,
And they have your name.
When
with your name.
Whose baby?
Your
You are
babies.
baby.
It's not yours.
No,
No,
well,
you are baby.
Yeah? No,
our
it's not
baby
yours.
child with anyone.
No. It's ours. It's ours.
So the answer I would give you is that we do not care about you having babies with us. What we care
Oh, you
about...
do care.
Yeah, you do.
You become a Musumba.
You do.
That's when you know you care about women.
Do you know men who don't have babies, they are stressed?
Where?
By who?
Who?
Ah,
There were
Says
Sumbas.
who?
yeah, they were Sumbas.
Who
They are
says
very
who?
stressed, and then now
Says
they
who?
start sleeping around with who and who they want to get babies.
No,
Who
no,
says?
no.
Yeah.
That's just an assumption.
It's not an
Coming
assumption.
from the other gender.
Yeah, we are very okay.
Yeah?
There are men I know without babies and they're
And they're
doing
very
They are
much
not
okay,
okay.
and they are
Look
doing well.
deep inside their hearts.
Doing very,
and
very well.
And
listen to
there are
them when they're
people
talking behind the closed doors.
They tell you.
You'll hear them. You'll hear the frustration in their voice, the depression that they're going through because they don't have.
It is the
Yeah.
worst thing that can happen
Anyway,
to a man.
nowadays
Yes.
it's so easy.
Not to have children.
You can have a
Yes.
surrogate.
Yeah.
But you're still having a baby.
Through a woman.
Yeah,
No,
through
but
a woman.
listen,
You
let
can
me
also
tell
adopt a
You
kid,
can
eh?
also adopt. There are
Kenyan
many
law
ways.
has made it difficult for you to
Ah,
adapt.
you can adopt
We
even
can
your
adopt,
Yes.
you can surrogate, you get a surrogate mother, you pay
Okay,
off.
we were talking
you
about
finish.
Valentine.
So that, I'm just trying to say that men, Kenyan men, do not be cheated and get into these westernized, commercialized Valentines. Ask yourself, am I getting value for my money? Number one,
Yes.
am I getting value for my money?
Some men
If I'm
have
buying
no
you
money to
land,
give.
like Mantimilon, is it value for my money?
Yes, I'm going to make a home for you in that land.
You understand? If it's not value for money, forget about it.
Kenyan men, please learn to be romantic. Elevate how you show your love,
Kenyan
not
men,
flowers.
we are already romantic.
Please.
We are already romantic. We are caring. And at the end of the day, we refuse to be manipulated.
We don't be manipulated.
We are not going to be manipulated, whether through the
Dr.
wine or through the other means.
Says a man who does not believe in love.
But anyway, you know what? It's not about the Kenyan men. So I just want to say something. In Europe, every day has a saint to be worshipped or not to be whatever.
Remembered. Yes.
So they St. Catherine's Day,
There's-
there's St. Andrew's Day, there's St. Charles Luanga's
Luanga,
Day.
yes.
There's
Saint Valentine Day.
St. Valentine Day. I'm not sure you're a saint. Middle
No, I'm
Saint
not
is
a saint.
But St. this, you know, so
Millicent
that is
is
just
not
a
a
saint
saint.
who actually,
millionaire.
you know, came up to, yeah.
Yeah.
But when all is said and done, this thing runs the world. So we may as well, it's better not to go against the wind, go with the wind.
Thank
it's
you.
easier.
Aye.
It's easier that way.
Auntie Millie?
Kenyan men, please be romantic. Elevate how you show your love. So this time round I got land. Next time round I don't want land. I want something better, bigger.
That man is a simp. It's okay.
I'll say this. You know, ships are not meant for harbor.
Yeah, they're meant to sail.
Yes. Let Kenyan men be free.
To do what?
No, but ships are
What
not-
they want.
But who, like, you
Not
are
being
behaving
forced
like
into this
prisoners,
situation
you
whereby,
guys.
you know, this is like a social engineering project that women have been doing for ages.
Are you guys from
and they are
Stingy Men
perfecting it.
Association? Are you guys from Stingy Men Association?
We are beating you
No.
at your own game.
We are refusing to be manipulated.
Okay.
Okay,
the
let's
the
go for a
producer
break.
is saying we
Let's
go for a break.
Dr. C.
We'll be back. In the meantime, grab yourself a glass of Samantha wine.
All right. Welcome back. Of course, it's Let's Be Real that we're having a very good evening. So let's see what we have for the second part of the show. Auntie Milon, tell us what's up.
Yes, CEO, fake baby mama drama story. So recently, a lady has been forced to pay 10 years worth money from a baby daddy that she received when she sued the baby daddy in 2016. That time he was a senator, and now he was forced to pay the money. So later, the senator, now he's a sitting governor, he had requested for DNA to be done so that he can be sure that the child in question is his, only for the DNA to come back, the result to come back, and he discovered that the child is not his after 10 years. You understand? So for me, if I were to give my thought on this story, ladies have started using their body as a weapon and using children as a trap. People are not having children because they want to have children. They are spotting someone. If I want to have a baby with CEO, I have a baby with CEO because I know CEO, if I take him to court, I will get this much money. So I feel like ladies need to take accountability and responsibility. And then if I'm that governor, for sure, she has to pay back that money. However, I love money, so I will just ask for forgiveness if it was me. And I would be vulnerable because she had already bought land with that money. So she's been told to sell the land so that she can be able to pay that money. But I think this man should just cut her some slack because maybe she was in a vulnerable state.
Really?
I don't
she
think
wanted
so.
money.
No.
I don't think so.
I'm
You
just
know
being
why?
the devil's advocate.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'll say something about that. I know this governor, and when you read, he was a responsible man, and he did what was responsible.
Yes.
But also in the process, when you read the what has been written in the papers and online, it caused a lot of suffering to his own family. For a while, he was separated from his wife. So a lot of people suffered in there. So I think this is restitution. And it's not just about money, because the damage this whole thing has caused, it's a lot much more. And anyway, I think so that, you know, with DNA, finally, we are able to, you know, men, you were complaining earlier on, because a lot of men sometimes suffer at the hands of women. We are able, which is not so difficult to find out, whether this child is yours or not. I think it has restored sanity into the society. However, I think so that, I'm not sure the lady knew or did not know. I know a case of a young lady who was going out with this guy of European origin, some big shot somewhere in Kenya. And they knew she got pregnant, and the guy was there. He knew this is going to be our baby. They even bought a new house, everything, just for the baby to be born. And the baby is actually black. Now, everybody waited. Everyone waited. Maybe the skin is going to change. What's going to happen? finally, he just agreed that, okay, so the baby is actually not mine, but he's still a central father figure in this boy. See, this boy knows nothing else. He just knows this is my father, and the father in turn loves him deeply and dearly. It's beautiful to see them together. But what the mother has done, she has acted responsibly and actually introduced this boy to the real biological father. So sometimes within the month, you don't know who you are with, and this happens. So it's very easy to make this confusion. And this other guy has also acted responsibly. But I also want to say something else. So there's a case where the child has been there. You've been acting like the father. You've been actually like, sometimes the law, you can argue in court and say you've been the father figure, and you can actually win that in that case. So, yeah.
You know, it's really sad seeing how people take that route. Because the last baby who was born out of a miracle was 2,000 years ago. So saying that you didn't know means that you'll be sleeping around. That is fact number one.
No, you didn't know who of these 2 or 3 guys or
Yes.
whatever number
Yes.
is the father.
So
you
you're
have to pin it
so
on
you've been
somebody.
cheating. Number one, you've been cheating.
And the one who looks like can look after you.
So going back to the story, this lady, what she had been doing was running a 10-year financial scam. That was a 10 years finance scam, like a Ponzi scheme. This guy, he invested his resources. He invested his emotional involvement into this whole affair. While at the back of her mind, she knew that he is not the father of the baby. While this man was suffering with his family, this lady was just receiving money and asking for more money. What is this called? This is called fraud. And fraud has to face the whole consequences of the law. She needs to be jailed. Now, telling her to sell the land so that she can pay back, that's justice. But at the end of the day, what has she done to this man, to his family? Yeah? And
what
again,
was he thinking himself?
No,
when
no,
he
no,
was
no,
not
no, no.
using protection.
Yes.
So it's going to be a baby.
These
he
two
was
people
okay.
had an affair,
Yes.
but this lady had maybe 2 men, but she was not sure who is the father.
So she
and
pinned
yeah,
it
and
on
she
the
pinned
one
it
That
that
is
looked
why
like-
You know,
DNA
the
came,
problem
DNA came
is,
to
the problem
save
is
men.
she
DNA
demanded
came to
more.
save
She
men.
demanded for more. That's the problem. If you are a baby mama and you are getting support, please zip your mouth.
Not
Because
zip your
if you are
mouth.
not sure who is the father, zip your mouth.
Don't run a scam, because at the end of the day, you will be caught. You will be caught.
African men
First
don't
of
like
all,
the African men don't like DNA.
You know, I've heard you guys talk, and I just laughed because, one, there's no baby who is born after 3 months. I know the governor is my friend.
The baby was born after 3 months
Yes,
of them meeting.
yes. Why Mutula Kilonzo Jr. said, this is not my baby. They met with that girl. The girl, after 3 months, claimed I'm pregnant. In 4th month, she was already delivering. My problem is not that it took even 9 months. It didn't even take 9 months for delivery.
So he knew
So he
very
knew,
well
huh?
that this is not his child.
She
needs to get a good lawyer.
It was obvious.
No,
this
she needs to
was-
get another lawyer, a good one.
It was obvious this was not this guy's baby. My problem is the court case took too long. But being the fact that when you're taken to a court of law and you're a man, you start at a disadvantaged position. Look at the disadvantaged position he started from.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer himself.
Yes, but he said, I do not know this woman. This woman, even the days he's saying, it is not even 9 months. But the court takes 10 years to make that determination and do DNA. So you've been paying all along.
Why was he paying?
Because the court
But
had
he's an
said,
educated man. He knew about DNA. 10 years ago, there was DNA
I'm saying,
testing in Kenya.
listen, Dr. C, you're running before the time. The question is the court process in Kenya, it is too slow. It takes you 10 years for a court to make a determination of a case. In that time, you are put in the process of paying until the court determines the result. The court goes with the word of the lady. That is it. So my problem is the court process. Took too long. This man knew for sure, and it was indicated in, and I read the court papers. The court papers were very clear. This girl delivered less than 9 months. Doesn't happen. The baby was fully grown kid.
Yeah.
You have been paying this upkeep, and you're saying, from the word go, you're saying, this is not my baby. This woman is lying. This woman is a fraudster. It is true. Even her other schemes, people knew she's a fraudster.
She had been
But
outed.
why was,
She had
why,
been
why
outed
was he
before.
why
Yeah.
was he getting entangled with this lady?
You know, let me tell you something. What happens in life, you might meet someone, and you get into a club, and you meet, and all something
You meet an
goes-
Epstein.
Yes.
With an Epstein.
Things happen. And
So
then
men,
after
men,
that,
men need to learn to be faithful to one woman.
then when you wake up the next day, someone claims, oh, I'm pregnant. 3 months later, she's delivering, and you're the father.
Do you know women go as far as stealing men's sperms in
Yes.
the dustbins?
Yeah.
So you dispose those things off properly.
You must dispose very
No,
carefully.
I think doctors see what we need to tell men. They need to be faithful to the partners that they have.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
Okay, I cannot
We
say
need to
that.
tell
No,
women.
no,
we
I
need
cannot
to
say
tell
that.
women to stop
Men
being
need to be
evil.
okay. Me, let
People
me
need
say.
Men
stop
are
being-
wired. Men
people
are
need to
wired
stop being
to
evil.
spread. No, it's, no.
It's being evil.
Men are wired
To spread their
their seed as far as possible, and this is very important for the humanity in terms of diversity of genetics
Yes,
and all that,
yes.
and evolution. It's a very important something that needs to happen. So men will spread their.
But if they're spreading it, doctor,
And-
they have to do it responsibly. If you're going to for polygamy, go for polygamy. Don't go spreading, and you're not ready for the outcome.
Well, you know, men are still animals. When you call somebody an animal, you know what that means? You're just an animal. What's an animal? An animal does not even, when these things comes over them, it defies logic. Did we not just talk about Epstein? You know how he
but
bought
the-
so much sulfuric acid to do what? Like,
You see, we need to stop this whole thing. People need to stop being evil. Paternity fraud is happening.
Every day.
Yeah. You stealing somebody's seed. That's not nice. And now you telling men that they need to
told you be
stop doing
careless.
that. Why don't you stop this crime first of all? Because you know this is crime.
You see, yeah.
This is
no,
a crime.
it's the Bible.
No,
Look
no,
at
it's
the
a
line
crime.
of
No,
Jesus.
if this
No,
man
Why
was
would you take my
responsible,
seed? Why
if
would
this
you
man
take
was
my
Let's
seed?
talk about
No.
2,000 years ago.
Why would you
Somebody
take
was
my
born
seed?
of, and do you know how it came? Who was that lady Tamara who came and sat somewhere like this because all her husbands were dying, and then she sat somewhere, waited,
The
and
son,
then
Eli, the father-in-law.
the father-in-law.
Yeah.
She slept with the father-in-law in the Bible.
Look at that
And then
manipulative mind.
and then who are you worshiping right now?
Uh-huh.
Are you not worshiping Jesus Christ,
So the question.
who was born out of that line?
No.
Listen, what I need
No,
to
he
tell
wasn't
you.
born
Yeah,
from
he
that
was.
line. No.
No, the CEO. Ebu, tell
He,
us
he
the
wasn't
story.
the son of. he
Tell
wasn't
us the story
he wasn't
of
the son
Eli.
He wasn't the son of Joseph.
Tell us the son of
okay,
Eli. It's
Onan.
from that line Jesus Christ
So
was
what
born.
happened is that Onan he was asked by God to sleep with the brother's wife. Onan was the second born of Eli. Eli was the son. Eli was the father-in-law. So Onan decided to do to withdraw,
Clever man.
and he was killed. He didn't want to raise kids for his dead brother. So what happened? Eli went before the Lord and asked him, please do not kill my last-born son. He's still too young. Please allow him to live. Let him not inherit the brother's wife because he's too young. And of course, Lord listened to Eli. And Eli said, it's fine. So Tamara, the wife of, decided, now, I will not stay like this with these widow clothes for long. One day, she dressed up very well and went to the road on the side and did the makeup and all those things of those days.
And looked like a prostitute.
And like a prostitute. And when Eli, the father-in-law, was passing, could not recognize her. And they started talking, and they had sex. But she said, please leave me with one of your bracelets, so that one day, if anything happens, I will show the people that I'm not a prostitute. And Eli removed one and the other one, both of them, and gave to her. Of course, the woman went back home, she conceived.
Really?
Yes.
Let,
So
let him finish. Let him
Okay.
finish. And from that,
And then when she conceived, and then after 9 months, of course, what the father-in-law realized, this woman is pregnant. And she was supposed to be stoned to death in the olden culture. And everyone was called that this woman is a prostitute, and she was dragged outside. Then she said, before you stone me, I have the person who impregnated me is here. I have to give you something of his so that.
Evidence.
Evidence.
Kalatas.
And she went to the house and brought the
Bracelet.
both of them. The father-in-law just said, forgive her, I'm the one.
So who's the prostitute? That's the father-in-law.
Tamara, and from the line of Tamara
Both of
came
them.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Why
So-
are you hard on the woman?
I'm not being hard on the woman. I am just saying that, you know, we have to awaken the humanity. We must
If
awaken.
this man said no, would
You
you,
know,
be in
there's
that
something
position?
called-
No, I am
even
just
in-
saying
in-
we need to
Dr.
awaken
Singh.
and face reality.
Dr.
The fact
Singh.
that we are no longer in those dark ages when women would just be stoned to death. It's the modern day what's happening in the courts. And I'm just saying, let's open our eyes and stop pretending.
So
You
I,
know,
I want
in-
us to
in-
move
in
to the
law,
next story. Yeah.
Before we move to the next story, there's something called mens rea in law. Mens rea. We can go Google that as we go to the next story.
Manu is the next story, actually.
Yes. So this happened over this week, and we all heard about this famous man of God, prophet of war. So he's been trending online, and local media house decided to do an investigative piece around him. So after the interviews and everything, guys were done, they decided to send the crew 20,000 shillings each. And after a few days, the crew decided to revert this whole money. And it brought a whole issue online, because why would you do that? Because for a lot of men, they will say that this guy was trying to buy what we call the narrative insurance. You know, so long as I control you, as they say, whoever pays the piper calls for the tune. I have a problem with this kind of people, because one thing, putting you on that spot, knowing that they are going to use that against you, is not something that we can call very Christian. And for them, they called it a gift from God. And for the journalists, you know, they did well doing that, reversing the money. Because one, that would be conflict of interest. You can do a straight narrative story having eaten somebody's money. Number two, there's something called the Trojan horse that this guy was trying to play around with, you know, guilty tripping them that, why are you refusing this gift from God and all that. And number three, as journalists, we need to protect our brand. You know, you're as good as your last story. So I don't know about you guys, but I feel that they did a good thing.
So what are we saying? Are the miracles fake or real? Or are we discussing the
That
bribing?
element of the bribing part
bribing.
of it.
Okay. Me, I can just talk about the whole system. I'm not going to isolate the bribing and the miracle part of it. The whole system is flawed. And I don't even want to talk about this prophet. I just want to talk about some churches, and I'm not going to be specific with which church, but they know themselves. From the medieval times, you know, when in the dark ages, and that's why I'm saying we have to awaken and realize there's a human awakening that is happening. There's a flow of information, so some people need to get some shame in how they do some things. In those days, people would get these relics of maybe a saint. You know, there are churches religions that believe in saints. And it was believed that if you worshipped a saint, this saint would go and intercede for you in front of God. So they would get these fake relics to make their church holier. They would come up with all these miracles. That we've had things of some people, some statues having blood coming out of them, and when scientists actually look at that thing, you can just see this some concoction done from I don't know where, timed to appear in. So these things within this particular religion we are talking about, They've just been around for so long. It's just that we refuse to interrogate these things, okay? Yeah. And I just think so that even as Kenyans, I don't know what it is we've done to some people, whether it's in political circles or religious leaders, that they think they can take us for fools. You know, that you can just come up and say, we have healed HIV, when there is no empirical method you have used to actually show that you really have healed. I think it's about, I just want to throw it back to ourselves. And actually, the fact that this person who is revered, these millions and thousands of, I would say, desperate Kenyans, really turning up for these particular lying crusades, when we actually can see they are lies, we know the truth, yeah? Why would he put it past us that you can buy anyone? In Kenya, you can buy anyone. So he just thought he could buy anybody. And yes, a lot of journalists get paid. A lot of them, and you get paid to print certain headlines. So it's not past you guys, and it's not past this preacher either. He's just being the way we are as a society. It's a mirror. And then we are crying.
When I looked at that video, he didn't say he was paying them. He said, receive this from the Lord. Remember, he calls himself the Lord. Yeah. Receive this from the Lord.
He calls himself the Lord.
Yes. And even his followers call him the Lord. Lordship or Lord or whatever.
It's a modern day cultism.
Yeah. So it was a reward for them. I don't think he was paying them for the story. That's how I look at it.
No, he was trying to compromise them.
For me, I feel like it was
Let me tell you.
Because he said it.
He was trying to compromise.
In marketing, any gift you get, you compromise. You always compromise.
There's nothing called the freelance. There's nothing like freelance.
It's psychology.
Yeah.
So why is it that sometimes when someone buys you or you've done something and someone maybe says, okay, take this as transport, even your boyfriend, you've gone visit and they've given you transport, why don't you return it?
They're compromising you.
But the media
so
media
anyway,
we are
let me give my
laws.
opinion on the topic.
Integrity.
Yes.
So for me, I would say religion is a scam. Yeah, and the moment religion came to Africa, that is when our intelligence stepped out of the door and we embraced something that is taking us down and deep into trenches. Because when, I'll take you back a bit, when the white settlers came to Africa, right, to any African country, they saw how we were praying and how we believed in God, and they took advantage of that. And by the time they were taking our resources, we were embracing Christianity. And so I feel like people always, when you talk about religion, they see you as an evil person. Anything that you were doing before our culture and everything is now evil, and it's called black magic. And so I feel like religion has really brainwashed us, that you find even someone who is learned can be brainwashed with someone who is not even learned. Sometimes you even find these pastors, they just go to theology school, they know nothing. And they still can brainwash a whole doctor, a whole lawyer, and make them do things that you even wonder, how are you doing this? You can't even challenge it. So for me, how I look at religion, for me, I feel it's a scam. For me, I've transformed. I'm a traditionalist. I don't believe in Christianity or any other religion. I believe in what my forefather believed in, and that is how I now practice my religion.
What did your forefathers believe in?
Yeah, they believed in the gods, the high gods.
Which gods?
Yeah, Musambwa.
Yeah.
Tinia Musambwa.
No, I'm not from Musambwa.
But for us, Musambwa
yeah, so our gods didn't have a sculpture, they didn't have a face. It's just something that people believe that there's a stronger power that is guiding you, and you are supposed to be guided by his power.
So are you spiritual or are you religious?
I am not religious, I am spiritual. Because you see, the things that we embrace from the Bible, those are the things that are bringing us down. You get? Because we focus more on this God we see is at holy. Even see our politics now. We are being brainwashed by the religion.
They go to the poor.
Yes.
Because you will all inherit the kingdom of God. And yet the kingdom of God is here.
It's
we
here.
are meant to be all rich, right?
Yeah. and they preach for you prosperity, and you believe. They tell you, you are going to get a car, receive, amen, you're receiving. And years you're not receiving that car. You're
You
not
manifest.
receiving,
In African spiritualism, there was actually manifesting.
Yeah.
In fact, you say in Baluya, bisuka robola shindu numunua kwa mwene. Robola bindu bipeta.
Better.
It
What did
means,
you say?
I said, what you say with your mouth.
will come to pass.
Yes.
will come to pass.
Don't
Yeah.
confess bad things.
Yeah.
So
And it
anyway,
started long time ago like that. So
So, and I've heard you, and I'll start with saying that what Karl Marx said, that religion is the opium of the masses, number one. Number two, there are many prophets, and there are many good, bad, ugly. It happens. Religion, even the Bible says, not all that call my name are of me.
who wrote the Bible?
I'm just giving an example. And by the way, let me teach you guys. For example, the whole of Old Testament is Luo culture.
Yes, I
100%.
agree. Yeah.
The Bible is
Allow me to
Luo
laugh a
culture.
little.
100%.
After Tutankhamun.
Yes. It's, and one day I'll explain how these things and the belief and the system and why it is. That's
You're
why
taking rather long.
1817, in 1870, actually 1974, Archdeacon Owen, who translated the Bible in African languages, refused to translate Luo Bible, the New Testament, because the reason Archdeacon Owen, and you can read, said that the Luos will understand that most of these things, they have them.
Who is Archbishop Owen?
You have
Tuanze
to,
upo.
you, Archdeacon Owen. No,
Okay.
that's a very big topic. But let's talk about Bishop, Prophet Owuor. Prophet is not a bad man, number one.
We never said he's bad.
Number two, if you decide to follow a certain religion, you must also be charged or judged according to how you decide to follow it. That's why when people decided to go to Shakahola, and you decided to go and starve yourself to death and not walk out, it shows that Africans or Kenyans, we have become too desperate. That anything you are told, you are not going to question. If you've been healed of HIV, so you just go and do another test to confirm whether you've been healed.
Yeah.
So why are you putting the honors on a different person? The honors is on you. So the lying is that Africans leave hospitals where they're being treated. And I'm not saying that you cannot be healed, by the way. The Bible and the God can heal you. But it depends with your own faith, not someone else's faith. And that's what people should be told. You are healed by your faith, not
Other
through
person's
the,
faith.
not the, by the pastor or the bishop or the prophet. It is you who believes that I'm healed. So these guys who are saying, oh, and I told you the other day, if you go to a center where people have an area you've seen, people have too many flags, you know that this place is a disaster.
And
the flags
poverty
of those
levels are
churches,
very
the
high.
poverty levels are crazy.
But
Yeah.
CEO,
Those are the ones who do those nonsensical things.
CEO, in Christianity, they say they have this thing called intercessors. And this is something that is dragging people to believe that someone else can pray for you and you get healed.
But you
'Cause
must believe first.
You're refusing to read the Bible. The Bible says.
No, I am not a Christian, darling. I can't
Okay,
read
even
the
if you're
Bible.
not, so we are, because we are not, but we are talking about Christianity.
Yes.
And at this point, actually, I want to talk about the Catholic Church, which realized that problem. It just became too much and overbearing. Now they have, you must prove, even within the healing, there are some diseases they don't believe that you can actually be healed. So for example, mental health, no. You cannot go and say, I feel better. It has to be empirical. If it
Cancer?
is cancer, it will only be proved after 10 years. And you must bring all the scans, the tests, everything to be done. And then only after 10 years is when you can claim you've been killed of cancer. So they have established actually a proper foundation. There's an institute that investigates all these healings that people claim, and out of them, by the way, out of everything that has been reported, only 1% has turned out to actually to be the right one.
So,
You know,
Yeah.
ignorance is also bliss, eh?
Yes.
My only problem I had also with the journalists, why did you accept to be sent money first?
Because
If your money lands.
had they refused to get the money,
You see,
had they not taken the money,
Charles.
first of all, the whole editorial
This was
process would not
M-Pesa.
have gone as smoothly as it had gone.
so how did he get all the numbers?
Yes.
no,
that's the
he wrote,
question
he
I
wrote,
wanted
he
to
wrote,
ask.
he
All
wrote
of
their
you,
number.
once you
They
get
played,
in,
they
you
played
must-
the game well. They played along.
So they were playing him.
They had to get the information from him.
You see,
And they have journalists.
So
We can
for
fly you
me,
from wherever.
My biggest problem is, as I always tell journalists when you go to such events,
You know.
is just say, be very clear from the word go. And you've seen me the way I operate,
Yeah.
Manu. I just tell you, don't try. From the word go. So we set the boundary very clear.
True.
Yeah, do not send me anything. As a journalist, do not wait for money to land in your account, then you refund.
When that man sent that money,
Yeah.
right, and he said, receive it from the Lord. If these people had integrity, that is the point they were supposed to return that money immediately and say, no, sir, we don't want that money.
Yeah,
Why go
we
with
want
it and
yes.
after some time then return it? That
Yeah,
is not good journalism.
That to do the whole
Anyway, I
journalistic
wanted just
process.
to end,
No,
gentlemen and
that is
ladies.
not good journalism. The same way CEO is saying, be strict and
From
say
the word go.
from the word go. That money lands immediately when you say
And you return
you've
it.
received 20,000 from
Return
the
it.
Lord. That is for you. That moment, that
Just send
that
it
that,
back.
that journalist was not supposed to smell. No, you're saying
We
no,
are
sir,
ending the
thank
show.
you for the interview. I am returning the money now, and you do it when that video is still rolling,
Yeah.
not after. That is good journalism.
Cut.
Now, I wanted to tell you, before the organized religion, you need to read Okot Pabitek.
Okay?
Okot
Pabitek.
Pabitek.
The metaphysics, the kinds of metaphysics that killed the African god. Page 211.
Hey. See,
The artist, the ruler.
Sioja kunitisha hivyo. Huyu ananitisha
Page
sana with this
211.
knowledge.
211.
Yeah,
You're too clever.
Artist, the ruler. Okot Pabitek.
Where is that?
That is the rule.
The metaphysics of the cancer that killed the African gods.
yeah.
You understand what we are talking about.
We'll go look for it.
Yes.
Wewe ungepatwa na Epstein. Na hiyo IQ yako.
Angetakuwa kweli.
Ungepelekwa huko.
Bado angekuwa tu brainwash. Angepatikana huko.
Ladies, it has been very wonderful hosting you this
Propagate.
evening. Let's end the show. Wonderful having you watching us this evening. Of course, let's be real. We had a blast on this set. Keep watching.
Really?